Hey, this is Dave, the creator of Outgo Middle Management, Accelerate Your Climb to the Top. And this is part 2 of Module 2, Expansiveness, where we continue the next 4 expansiveness strategies. In the previous video, we covered the knowledge domain of expansiveness and 4 key strategies: core expertise, people skills, new domain, and power learning. In today's video, we will expand into the experience domain, and I hope you started to craft your expansiveness plans and execute them. For example, have you subscribed to a book summary service? Take at least one action on one topic to start moving forward. In a few months, you will either forget what this program is all about, or you may be in a better place in your career and life. The choice is yours. Invest at least 1 hour in action plans after every video. So let's get started with the 5th expansiveness strategy, moving around. This is about the real experience of moving around in your organization. There are 3 steps to implement this strategy in a specific sequence to reduce a risk of failure. The first step is reaching out. While expansiveness is an important step in taking your career to the next level, some of your colleagues may not like it if they are protecting their own turf. Expanding to new areas like service, logistics, procurement, and finance may not be well accepted by the managers of these departments if they work in silos. So the safe way to embark into your new expertise without threatening other managers is to collaborate and show them what's in it for them. Find what they need and help them to get it from your department. While you offer your help, you engage yourself and you get involved. Spend time, lots of time, in their departments until they no longer feel threatened. When I expanded into operations, the line managers and engineers were suspicious and reluctant to coach me. So what I did was, first, I asked for their biggest challenges. Second, I offered my help in the area of my expertise, finance. And third, after proving my sincere, supportive attitude, they began to believe that I was not just spying them, and they started to collaborate. You will find your own way, depends on the organizational culture. The second step is secondment. Secondment is the process of allocating yourself for a specific period of time to another department. This step is easier after reaching out because people will welcome your secondment when they trust you. There are 3 types of secondment. The first option is full secondment. This will be as if you are on annual leave. You have to nominate a temporary replacement in your team. You can do it formally through human resources, or you can do it informally as long as your manager supports it. My recommendation is to do it formally, so it will be in your record for a potential future promotion. The second option is partial secondment. This is similar to part-time additional job while you continue to carry all your responsibilities of your current job. The third option is to choose a virtual secondment. If for any reason your boss, the hosting department's boss, or human resources do not support the secondment, second yourself for a short period of time, daily or weekly, on an informal basis. And do not forget, you are not a visitor during the secondment. You are to take responsibilities and accountabilities. If the job is complicated, if it requires expertise and experience, then attend trainings, shadow experienced employees, and then continue independently. When you work for another department, you actually enhance your existing position by finding how your job looks from the perspective of the other department. Let's say that you are in finance and you have seconded yourself to customer service. You may find out that your department does not process customer refunds quickly enough, and you can actually delegate some of your department tasks to the service department. The bottom line is that secondment adds adaptive skills to your arsenal. More than that, you will develop new friendships and strengthen your informal network within your organization. The third step is reassignment. Reassignment can be the most impactful turning point in your career. Reassignment is a formal process that expands your career to the new area of expertise that you have chosen. Reassignment opportunities appear sporadically and unexpectedly, usually when somebody is departing. So act fast when it is happening. Pursue it like a predator. You will have more chances to reassign to a new domain if you have some experience. And this is the advantage of secondment. It closes the gap that you have between where you were and the new assignment. Consider even to accept a downgrade if your assignment requires it. Do not hang on titles. You will be rewarded later on. Moving to a new domain will boost your career to a higher level than if you stay in your core expertise. One of the most common questions I am asked is, where are the better chances to change domain? Inside or outside my organization? And the highest chance for a successful move into a new domain is within your organization, because new employers do not take risk and rarely experiment career shifts with new hires, so you have a better chances from within. So this is your fifth expansiveness strategy, moving around, and it has three options: reaching out, secondment, and reassignment. I have moved around 3 times throughout my career. First time was within my company, from finance to operations. This was adjacent, virtual secondment. I was the financial controller of a large paper manufacturing company, and I spent many days on the production floor with engineers, where I learned the fundamentals of industrial engineering. Within half a year, my reports, presentation, and meetings demonstrated my new operational expertise. I focused on integration and show the people the benefit of applying operational expertise into financial analysis so that the people would allow me to step in. I also expanded into information technology, working beyond my responsibilities, integrating manufacturing technologies into finance. My second expansiveness was to Asia Pacific Vice President of a high-tech company. It was a big jump from a domestic to an international role. My new responsibilities covered operations, information technology, human resources, and sales administration. I already learned all these domains in the paper company. Expansiveness enabled me to join an international high-tech company and turn my career around. Expansiveness also enabled the increase of my income from $50,000 to $300,000 a year. My third move was to a chief operating officer of a multinational company, and that happened after I expanded into sales and marketing and also internet technology. You can experience also an expansive career path if you follow the milestone of reaching out, secondment, and reassignment. The sixth expansiveness strategy is facilitation. Nail down your expansiveness by facilitating new competencies, new systems, and new processes in your organization. Being a facilitator means being a trainer. As a trainer, you own the stage, you own your expertise, and you own the position. So here is a 3-step process toward facilitation. The first step is to conduct training presentations. You attend a new course, teach your takeaways. You read a new business book, make a presentation about what you have learned. You attend a convention or a seminar, prepare a training session. You're studying for an MBA, convert your class presentations into your signature corporate trainings. My MBA project was about the Airbus 380 a few months before the critical point during which Airbus decided between shutting down the project and financing the project to completion. I converted my class presentation into a strategic training, using it as a case study to provoke strategic thinking in my company. You do not even have to spend time preparing the presentation because you already made it for your class. Another example, you can facilitate outgrow middle management trainings to your team. You have all the course slides and transcriptions in your members area. If you need any help, just drop me a question below and I will reply. So what should be your training priorities? Start to train about your core expertise. Then train about your new adjacent expertise. And finally, train sales and marketing. And always train soft skills like leadership, communication, and so on. The second facilitation step is to facilitate workshops. Topical training presentations usually take 1 hour including discussion. Workshops are typically more interactive and run for 1 to 2 days on new strategies, process improvements, or business goals. It is more challenging and more time-consuming to prepare a workshop, but I'm going to show you the easy way. A workshop usually follows either a business model or a training methodology with well-formed outcomes. The first thing that may come to your mind is to hire a facilitator to run the workshop. Hire if the subject matter is too new, if materials are not available, or you have no time to prepare. I hired consultants to facilitate a 2-day blue ocean strategy because I was stressed with time. But in most other cases, I conducted the workshop by myself. So how in the world can you commit to such a time-consuming task? So you have two options, the long and hard way or the short and easy way. And I will show you first the long and hard way because, believe it or not, you may want to take it. The long and hard way is doing it all by yourself. And it is worth the effort when you have your own thoughts about the process or the outcome. The short and easy way is to find a workshop that offers a comprehensive facilitator's kit. Here's an example from what I did in 2011. I read the book The 5 Temptations of a CEO by Patrick Lencioni, and I liked it, shared it through a 1-hour training presentation, and mentioned it also in my blog. A few months later, I read Patrick Lencioni's follow-up book, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, and I liked it too. So I browsed Patrick Lencioni's website and I found a complete, ready-to-use workshop. The kit included a comprehensive facilitator guide, DVDs, slides, assessments, participant workbook, and even a poster. I did not need to prepare anything except reviewing the facilitator's guide, which took me a few hours. The workshop was a great success despite the short preparation because I had ready-made tools. You can find workshops that offer facilitators guides so that you can run the workshop by yourself. The third step is to facilitate the facilitator. Once you run the workshop a few times successfully, it is time to duplicate the process. Qualify new facilitators who will run the workshop in their departments. It is similar to Train the Trainer concept program with an interactive workshop flow. So this contributes to the development of leadership in your teams. So this is the facilitation strategy. Step 1, facilitate a 1-hour training presentation. Step 2, facilitate 1 to 2 day workshop. Step 3, facilitate the facilitators. So the seventh expansiveness strategy is to tap into your right brain. Now, I want to explain how the brain operates in case you did not attend a biology class in high school. The brain's two hemispheres are separate from one another. Our right hemisphere functions like a parallel processor, while our left hemisphere functions like a serial processor. Because they process information differently, each of our hemispheres thinks about different things, cares about different things, and acts as if they have very different personalities. Our right brain hemisphere is all about this present moment. It's all about right here, right now. Our right hemisphere thinks in pictures and learns kinesthetically through the movement of our bodies. Our left hemisphere is very different. Our left hemisphere thinks linearly and methodically. Our left hemisphere is all about the past and it is all about the future. Our left hemisphere is designed to take the present moment and begin to pick out details, categorize and organize all that information. It associates it with everything in the past we have ever learned and projects it into the future, all our possibilities. It connects our internal world to our external world. It generates the reminders to set up meeting or submit the report before the deadline. We use our left brain, the analytical processor, much more than the right brain. But leadership is the right brain process. Management is the left brain process. So the more we activate the right brain, the more we act as leaders. So how do we activate the right brain? Here are 3 techniques for you to leverage the enormous power of your right brain. The first technique is to engage emotions in your work. Emotions are created in the right brain even if they are triggered from events in the past. So the more you feel, connect, care, and love your surroundings, the more you start using your right brain. The second technique is to engage in art activities. Painting, sculpturing, playing music, and dancing activate and engage the right brain. Like a muscle, the more you engage, the stronger it becomes. The third technique is the sandwich technique. Plan your communications and presentations and engagements in the order of right, left, right. The sandwich concept is to engage emotionally before you engage intellectually. Share emotions first, then discuss the facts, then close with emotions again. The idea is to start every presentation, dialogue, and speech by telling an emotional story. Then you add the facts, analysis, and decision. You wrap up with another emotional story or finish the emotional story you began at the opening. Right, left, right, story, fact, story. This leads us to the 8th and final strategy, creativity. In order to become an effective leader, you have to develop expansive creativity. My creativity model is very distinct. Many creativity experts facilitate crazy processes to think inside the box, outside the box, or without a box. Creativity workshops offer like bizarre exercises and weird riddles that you hardly know how to solve. You do not need all of this because you are already creative. You have been creative since you were a kid. Creativity is in your DNA. There is a Pablo Picasso in you. There is a Leonardo da Vinci in you. There is a Steve Jobs in you. It is not your fault that formal education and the workplace killed the genius within you. What you need to do is to express your creativity and practice your creativity. The greatest artists, scientists, and inventors in history practiced their craft over and over thousands of times. I love the story about a woman that came up to Pablo Picasso and asked him to sketch something on a piece of paper. He sketched it and gave it back to her saying, "That will cost you $10,000. And she was astounded. "It just took you 5 minutes to do the sketch," he said. "Isn't $10,000 a lot for 5 minutes work?" The sketch may have taken me 5 minutes, but the learning took me 30 years, Picasso answered. So here are your 3 steps to become super creative. The first step is to block creative time. Creativity is a craft that you can master like any other craft if you block at least 1 hour of creative time every day. Schedule this creative time every day at the same time for the same length in full isolation. Turn off your mobile devices, emails, instant messages, and social media. It is just you and your right brain creating something new. It can be writing a blog, preparing a presentation, forming a strategy, drawing a new design, originating marketing ideas, writing poetry, or anything that is a creation of new. The second step is to produce a creative outcome. Produce an outcome during the creative time. And this outcome is your intellectual property. Even if your work belongs to the company, it is your unique footprint. You can read it, you can watch it, see it, feel it, share it, and appreciate it. So do others. Creativity is just hard work. Anything creative is harder than reactively responding to emails, social media, and chats. The third step is to engage in a creative collaboration. Creative collaboration is a shared project. Bring on board a few people that will work together on a shared creative outcome following the same process. So this is as simple as creativity gets. Block creative time, produce a creative outcome, and develop a shared project with a few others following the same techniques. I invented products, developed strategies, originated ideas, conceived brands, created speeches, and crafted presentations in my creative time blocks every single day for years. So I want to wrap up this video with a quick review of the 8 expansiveness strategy. In the knowledge domain, core expertise, people skills, new domain, and power learning. The experience domain, moving around, facilitation, right brain, and creativity. So download the audios and listen to them. You have also the slides and the transcription if you want to dig deeper. Submit your questions and comments below, and I will see you next week in Module 3, Effectiveness. And you have 7 days to complete your expansiveness action plans. And until then, every single day, believe in your purpose, conceive your accomplishments, achieve your highest potential, and live a meaningful, fulfilling, abundant, healthy, and love-filled life.